Some people like to quote Jesus' words to the thief on the cross to justify what I will call cheap salvation or deathbed salvation. Because when the thief asked Jesus to remember him, Jesus said, "Today thou shalt be with me in paradise." And so, if these individuals assume that paradise is the same as heaven, then this conclusion may make some sense. But we know from the scriptures that Jesus did not go to heaven while his body was in the tomb. In fact, when he arose from the tomb, he said to Mary Magdalene, "Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended unto my Father, but go to my brethren, and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, to my God and to your God." So where was Jesus while his body was in the tomb for 3 days? And what is paradise? Well, the Book of Mormon offers us some insight into this very question. It says, there is a space between death and the resurrection of the body, and a state of the soul in happiness or in misery, until the time which is appointed of God that the dead shall come forth and be reunited, both body and soul, and be brought to stand before God and be judged according to their works. So this space between death and the resurrection, where a spirit world, as it were, is where paradise lives. That is where the thief on the cross went, and that's where Jesus said, "You will be with me." And it makes a lot of sense, explaining to us now why Peter said that Jesus preached to spirits in prison while he was dead. So we have these two states of being within this spirit world, this time between death and the resurrection. There are those who have accepted Christ, and they're at a state of peace or in paradise. There are those who have not yet accepted Christ, and they are in a state of bondage, or Peter calls it prison. So we begin to see much more clearly that after death, but before the resurrection and final judgment, spirits are in this state of paradise or prison. They're in a spirit world. Final judgment then comes afterwards, and we are judged based on our works in this life. And Christ willing, we can then enter into the kingdom of heaven. Until next time, keep reading the Book of Mormon.